Well, hello, a very warm welcome to you for this evening's game. Regrettably, the weather has been extremely unkind to us here. It is wet and blustery and remarkably inhospitable. Despite all of that, it is good to see that the faithful from both sides have apparently been undeterred. We have a terrific turnout here. The atmosphere is bubbling despite these adverse conditions. All we need now is for the game to live up to its initial billing. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this. Has a pop! Oh, he's been flattened there. Gets wrestled off the ball. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending.
Well, the crowd aren't happy. They wanted a shot and it didn't arrive.
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Bentaleb. The ball's loose, and he's after it. And it's Loftus-Cheek.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Newcastle have been good here at home, undefeated in the last 5. Ramirez. Loftus-Cheek. Gone a long way up and away. Willems receives it in a wide position. Loftus-Cheek. Newcastle still to register a shot on target. Gomez attempts a clearance. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Adrian gets it upfield. Liverpool are the most prolific team in the league this season. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Newcastle clung on for the 3 points in their last game. Positive results, though, build momentum. And here's Roberto Firmino. Mohamed Salah! And that's a throw-in. And it's Henderson. And here's Mohamed Salah. Flings in a cross.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more missed than hit.
Bentaleb. And here's Roberto Firmino. Wijnaldum has got himself a free kick. Mane. Wijnaldum. And it's Tevez. He's through the middle. Bentaleb. He's on. Shoots! To outwit the keeper, but he showed off target.
Well, it could have been and probably should have been a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
Willems gets into the right position to intercept. And here's Mandzukic. Well weighted. Tevez. Now it's Mandzukic. Jordan Henderson. Van Dijk. Robertson gets into a dangerous position. Mane. And here's Roberto Firmino. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Lovely bit of skill. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. He's left his man. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Here it is now, surely! Williams decides to play it back. And it's Ramirez. And Tevez! The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break. 0-0. Already up and running for the second half. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Liverpool have their manager to thank for the last result.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
It's a loose ball. Ramirez. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Goes for goal! No mistake! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Newcastle draw first blood here.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Oh, that is asked. Mohamed Salah! Hoists it forward. Well positioned to make that interception. Now, and Firmino! He's done very well to get to that.
Firmino is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Towering header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Williams. Ramirez. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Looks to set one up. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Robertson. And here's Mane. Mandzukic. And the shot! He scores! And this is getting better and better.
Newcastle are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Newcastle have themselves a two-goal cushion.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Robertson heads it! Oh, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Newcastle can make their change now with a break in play. And it's played forward. Mane. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Mandzukic. Gomez. ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance.
Mandzukic really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
And here's Mohamed Salah, out to the right. Milner. Going for goal! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, that's a real shame, because it could have led to a real momentum shift.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that.
Massive lead! Trap gives chase. Jordan has a pop! Oh, should have put that away. The final 5 minutes. Ramirez. Banega. Fabinho. Milner. Fabinho. Milner. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Ramirez. Forward it goes. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Great challenge, time to perfection. Jordan Henderson. Milner. Floats one over. And he's cut it out. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Newcastle have won it. As much industry as inspiration. Whatever the formula, it has worked for them. Your reflections then, Jim. Well, sadly for those who are exposed to the elements, I'm afraid that the clouds have opened up and it is teeming down here. There are some fans who are going to get very, very wet. Having said which, there are almost no empty seats. It is a terrific turnout under the circumstances. There's nowhere else to go, in truth, if you want to see this much-anticipated game. So, come rain or come shine, we are here and really looking forward to it. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. And as you can see, we've already started here. Doucouré, Chan spreads it towards the left. There's the through ball. Going through. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
There, Lefeu gets it out to the wing. In with the challenge. Tevez. And it's Doucouré. He'll have a go. Tevez. Mandzukic. He's through. He's going for goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Up to meet it! No, he didn't quite meet it right. He's got options out wide. Pereira. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And it's Doucouré. Newcastle are enjoying great form in front of goal right now. 5 games in a row they've scored. Capu. Doucouré.
Doucouré really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ramirez battles to win it back. And it's Mandzukic. Watford are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he was...
Massive leap! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Hughes. Doucouré. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Olabas has been included in the starting 11 for the first time in some weeks. Look at the defender bombing forward. Towering header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Ramirez. That had to be more accurate. And it's Doucouré. Capu. Cathcart. Hoists it forward. Has it out wide now. Loftus-Cheek. Mandzukic. Good idea, just poorly executed. Chalobah. Watford are very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work, and they are.
Forward it goes. Just brushed off the ball there.
That's just very well played. He can hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
It's got through to him. Gets and Tevez! He's scored!
Well, let me assure you that scoring just before half-time is always a real treat. And when it's one of your top talents who delivers it, it just seems to fuel confidence that little bit more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, show great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
He's put himself now in position to compete for the top scorer's title. Newcastle take the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
They've reached half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. One that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Newcastle clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
Newcastle come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. So we're just settling back into this second half. Newcastle carrying a one-goal lead. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Loftus-Cheek plays it forward. Mandzukic. Doucouré. Kiko Femenia. Chalobah. Mariappa. Over to the left. Herrera pushes to get on the end of it. And help's available out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Hit into the middle. Oh, really good feet from him. Loftus-Cheek gets it back. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch.
Kiko quickly realised that he was headed down a dead end. Maybe he was waiting to be fouled.
Varane does well there, alert. And it's Mandzukic. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. And they've been caught out here. Time for a change in personnel. Cathcart. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Capoue. Newcastle got their goal at the end of the first half, and it's 1-0. Shapes to shoot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And it's played forward. Decent progress down the left. A buccaneering run from the defender. Loftus-Cheek. Ramirez. And here's Tevez. And he's had a go! Same again, same outcome. Watford making consecutive changes here. And it's Doucouré. Hughes. Jan Mat. Now it's Mandzukic. Cathcart. Into the last quarter of an hour. Hughes. Doucouré. Jan Mat. Oh, real danger here.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Herrera proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Jose Holebas. Oh, nice touch. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Watford are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
And it's Pereira. He's left his man.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
And he's shown him a clean pair of heels.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Jose Holebas. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Doucouré. Mascherano. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Newcastle hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, to me, this is a result, Peter, that says an awful lot more than the scoreline.
Well, hello and good evening to all of you. Unfortunately, it appears that the weather hasn't quite read the script here. There has been a dreadful downpour from well before the moment the turnstiles opened, and there is considerable concern on the faces of the officials. We think it's going to be okay. Clearly, the pitch will be slippery. It'll be a challenge for those who have to officiate, never mind those who have to play. They know they are not going to be in for an easy game. But the crowd is all in, and the match, I'm delighted to be able to say, will go ahead. And we have in front of us this... Has a pop! And it's played forward. Chambers does well there, alert. Keeper sends it forward. Newcastle were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. And here, shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Lacazette sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Loftus-Cheek gets it back. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. And he has been fouled there.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Tries to dink it in. And that's been... And the shot! It's a goal! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Arsenal have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Yeah, I think for them to get their noses in front away from home is brilliant, but these home fans will demand a response.
Mesut Ozil gets wrestled off the ball. A real chance to break.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Newcastle clung on for the 3 points in their last game. Positive results though, build momentum. What a throw in. Mesut Ozil. Torreira. Hoists it forward. Oh, that had to be more accurate. And here's Lacazette. Shoots! No mistake! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Arsenal are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Time for a change in personnel. Arsenal have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Tevez, and he's onside. And he's there to hoof it away. Could be a chance here. Has a hit! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
The poor defending or not, that was a clinical finish. Both the movement and the execution were top draw.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Newcastle get Mandzukic with a shot! It's there!
looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Lacazette just brushed off the ball there. Forward it goes. Over to the left. Tevez going through. This could fall anywhere. It's gone a long way up and away. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, really good feet from him. And it's Chan. And here's Mandzukic! Mesut Ozil. Good idea, just poorly executed. And it's got through. And the keeper's in command. And we've reached half-time. And it has been a pretty crazy game so far. The game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. And we are up to the break.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval. Hits one!
Well, this guy is just not your average footballer. Alert and sharp. And while one or two others were still digesting the manager's half-time team talk, he's already delivering another lead. What a good player. Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Newcastle take the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Well weighted. Mandzukic, he's got away. Cut out in the nick of time. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Loftus-Cheek. Looks to clip it forward. And the finish! It's in! Arsenal are level. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
Newcastle get it back again. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Leno gets it upfield. And Mandzukic looking as though he's being given special treatment here. Treatment he could well do without.
Yeah, and getting on the score sheet has clearly made him a marked man now.
Quick glance at goal. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tevez brings the ball forward. Well positioned to make that interception. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. But there's going to be another change here. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Aubameyang, real chance! We've got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Arsenal are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Arsenal go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Going for goal! Tries to get it clear, and Jukic, that intervention was very necessary.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Shot a goal! They've done it!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited.
Mandzukic! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
4 in the game. He is the man. Newcastle complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Guendouzi. Newcastle need to hold on for a few more moments. Socrates goes looking. Now it's Mandzukic. Leno can hoist it clear, and it's been taken straight back. Now it's Tevez. And that's that. Newcastle have done it in dramatic fashion. A massive test of character, and they passed it with flying colours. A truly outstanding comeback by any measure. Well, hello, a very warm welcome to you for this evening's game. Regrettably, the weather has been extremely unkind to us here. It is wet and blustery and remarkably inhospitable. Despite all of that, it is good to see that the faithful from both sides have apparently been undeterred. We have a terrific turnout here. The atmosphere is bubbling despite these adverse conditions. All we need now is for the game to live up to its initial billing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Well, I thought about the opposition here, Jim. They are a team that is stuttering badly.
Yeah, I totally agree, Peter, and it was very much the topic in the pre-match press conference, and the manager was right to defend his players, and that relationship now is key in sorting out their results. Any criticism has to be balanced with some constructive advice and a certain amount of praise. Recovery, though, may be a long process.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Raphael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter, he's tough in the tackle, and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
OK, interesting. He could be... Real chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Loftus-Cheek. And he heaves it forward. Newcastle get it back again. Receives it from behind. Dunk goes looking. And it's Mandzukic. Hits one! Oh, it's gone in!
Newcastle are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Newcastle have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
Hoists it forward. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Well, they could break here. Nicely measured pass. That intervention was very necessary. Brighton have been on a poor run of late. It's 5 home games without a win. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And he's there to clear it. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Mascherano. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Just brushed off the ball there. Tevez has a hit! It's a goal! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Newcastle have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Now it's Mandzukic. And here's Tevez. Oh, real danger here. Moy is there, and he can get that clear. Forward it goes. March. Murray looking to get on the end of this. Timely intervention. needs to get it forward quickly. Tevez. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Goes for goal! They are rampant! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
No doubt as to who has the...
Murray! Keeper's got his work done. And that'll be the final action of the first half. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Newcastle 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Willems, Tevez, and he's had a shot! Newcastle are cushioned by the confidence of a narrow win in their last game. And it's Loftus-Cheek. Schelotto. March. Moy. Gets it back. Schelotto.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Stevens. Looking for space out wide. He's in space and looking for options. And he's cut it out. And Djukic is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Yeah, and the fact that he's registered, Peter, simply encourages more attention of a closer nature.
Moy. March. He's got options out wide. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? And Djukic gets it out to the wing. What an adventurous run from a defender. And that should be the keepers. Schelotto. March. They get a throw in. Now it's Mandzukic. Now it's Mandzukic.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened. Shoots! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Schelotto. Gross. No way through there. That's not going to make it. And the counter is on. Willems drives it forward. Loftus-Cheek. And it's played forward. Striding forward, facing goal. Hits one! He scores! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Newcastle tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Room for a shot. That's good defending, very good defending. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. And back to base. Mascherano. Bentaleb. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! And still they continue with the onslaught.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off?
And just like that, he helps himself to another hat-trick. Newcastle totally rampant here.
Well, unsurprisingly,
Chance! In it goes! And again, they pile on the misery.
well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
He snaffles his third, and time is up. Newcastle enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Newcastle simply imposed their strength from start to finish, and this became...
Well, a warm welcome, one and all, on what has been an horrendous, a wet evening. Thankfully, this rain has been deemed to be within reasonable limits, and after an inspection and all the regular formalities, the teams were handed in on time, and the all-important go-ahead was given. Bit of disruption, of course, for those travelling in the direction of the ground. The crowds have taken a little longer than usual to get in and to settle down, but thankfully that is behind us and we are on track. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Raphael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter, he's tough in the tackle, and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when...
Has a pop! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Chan. Mascherano. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Now it's Batshuayi. Tries a shot! It's in!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Chelsea take the early advantage. And that has been cleared. Newcastle were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And Batshuayi! Willems tries to get it forward quickly, and it's Tevez. Mandzukic. Chan. Good ball, it's found. Mandzukic! Emerson is there to heave it away. And here's Chan. Chooses to go back. Big chance! In it goes! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Newcastle grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. Emerson finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. Now a chance to break. Brings it forward. This could fall anywhere! Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Newcastle produced one of their best performances of the season last time, an absolute demolition job. Oh, that's neat. Willems, Loftus-Cheek, and here's Tevez. Clears it out of harm's way. Varane gets it back. Chan. Willems. It's come loose. Raspilicueta. Real chance! It's in! And the comeback is complete! An act of charity gratefully received. Newcastle get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but then now...
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Kovacic. Emerson. Now it's Mandzukic. And here's Loftus-Cheek. And here's Mandzukic. Plays it back. And Mandzukic! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
He's gone for it! Raspilicueta. And now they can launch a counter. Pedro. Willems. Chan. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Newcastle head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. Already up and running for the second half. No changes at the interval from either side. Good take, and he's had a look. Loftus-Cheek drives it forward. What a throw in. And it's Pedro. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And he has been fouled there. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned. Has a pop! Chan. Tevez. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset him. He's gone for it! It's off target and by quite a way.
He trapped it expertly, Peter, and released it very differently.
Chelsea have come to the defence of their manager after he came in for some stick regarding some of his decision-making.
I think tactically he didn't make a good job of things for starters, and then compounded matters in trying to correct it. I only hope he's thick-skinned.
Now it's Tevez. And here's Loftus-Cheek. Tevez. Ball through needs to be good here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Raspilicueta. This could spell danger. And it's Ramirez. It's got through. Christensen knocks it away. Now it's Tevez. Hoists it forward. Willems. Ramirez. Mandzukic. Can't get the better. Has a go! Checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And it's played forward. Willian. Kovacic. Good ball. Gets the better of his man. A chance! Giroud. Shot at goal! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Jorginho. Pulisic. And here's Giroud. Raspilicueta. Willems goes looking.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
And here's Tevez. It's a fabulous position. There's no flag. It's a brilliant interception. Defending of the desperate variety. Goes for goal!
Newcastle are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Mandzukic. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Foot in. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Pedro.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Time to deliver. That's a throw. Willian. Now it's Giroud. Newcastle. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserved. Well, good day to you on a grey day here, which promises rain, but promises way beyond that what should be a really good game of football. The stands are packed here, people have done everything they can to get here. Indeed, the roads outside were pretty badly clogged, but I think most of the traffic issues have been settled, and indeed, I think most people have now got through the turnstiles and are well covered up against the elements, whatever they may throw at us over the next hour or two. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Forward it goes.
Mandzukic really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
Corner it is then. Ward-Prowse goes short. Timely intervention. Brings it forward. And here's Tevez. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Oh, managed to get it away. Ramirez goes looking. Mandzukic, he's gone for it! Goal! A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Newcastle take the early advantage. Ramirez tries to get it forward quickly. Gets away from his opponents. Gets into some space. Looking for a decent ball in. Chooses to go back. And that has been clubbed away. And here's Tevez. He's had a look. Has a pop. It's in. And already they're looking to run away with it. Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Newcastle grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Keeps everyone guessing. Loftus-Cheek battles to win it back. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
Well, the crowd aren't happy. They wanted a shot and it didn't arrive.
Redmond going through. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Willems. Tevez. Oh, that's neat. And here's Loftus-Cheek. Oh, good take in a good area. Shot a goal! They are rampant! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Newcastle finished the first half strongly, as so often they do. Tevez.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Willems does well there, alert. Can he find a finish now? Law has a pop! Newcastle are the league's top scorers, formidable in front of goal. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Mascherano is the guilty party there. Long. Room for a shot.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Now it's Mandzukic. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Ward gets it upfield. Ward prowls. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Newcastle have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And the game has already resumed here. Cedric Suarez. That's a throw. Cedric Suarez. And that's another throw. And it's Romeu. Redmond hit into the middle. And he's there to cut it out. Ramirez drives it forward. Bednarek. Newcastle are cushioned by the confidence of a narrow win in their last game. Ward-Prowse. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Long. And it's Romeu. It's a good foot in there. It's come loose. He's had a shot! Tevez. Tevez brings the ball forward. Hoists it forward. Now it's Ings. Ball's loose, who's getting there? That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and having played his part in the goal, a tightening up was inevitable.
Decent-looking ball. Ings showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Mandzukic.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Loftus-Cheek plays it forward. Bednarek. Romeu. Played back in. Good take. And long! He has done it! They're back within reach!
Southampton are certainly a team that knows how to play their football as stylishly as you'll see. Tiki-taka at its very best, and they back it up with goals.
Newcastle are making a change now. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Cedric Suarez. Højbjerg. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Romeu. Fernando Gago with a definite foul there. Ings loses his balance and loses the ball. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
No question, that's a foul. Ramirez going full steam down the flank. He's left his man. Ramirez hits one! Sticks it away! And the lead is extended still further. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
So now the difference is 3. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Now it's Tevez. Ward sends that a long way. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mascherano. Ward-Prowse. And it's long. He's got through. Ings! No, not quite. Loftus-Cheek appears to be in some real discomfort. Is it his leg?
Yeah, and, you know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
And he is going to soldier on by the looks of it. Vestergaard. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Højbjerg, and it's played forward. Just brushed off the ball there. Mascherano with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Ward-Prowse. Long. And he's straight offside. And that's that. Newcastle a class apart. Opponents torn apart. They are comprehensive winners. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Newcastle simply imposed their strength from start.
Well, a warm welcome one and all on what has been an horrendous, a wet evening. Thankfully, this rain has been deemed to be within reasonable limits, and after an inspection and all the regular formalities, the teams were handed in on time, and the all-important go-ahead was given. Bit of disruption, of course, for those travelling in the direction of the ground. The crowds have taken a little longer than usual to get in and to settle down, but thankfully that is behind us, and we are on track. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Mario Mandzukic could impact on this. He won't delight us with his skills or show blinding pace, but he will impress with his technique and hold-up.
Has a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it was just some wayward passing that let the opposition in then, and I have to say, a very lucky escape. You lose it there, you expect to be punished.
He spotted the run and played him through. Tevez. Chance! To outwit the keeper, but straight off target.
Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
Mandzukic. Tielemans. And it's Vardy. Leicester are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Could move up a gear here. Johnny Evans positions himself well and cuts it out. Vardy. Tries a shot!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Newcastle were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Vardy. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And it's Mandzukic. Maddison finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. Chilwell. Barnes. Oh, that is lovely footwork. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Now it's Vardy. So who's he picking out? Mascherano goes looking. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Tevez gets it, and now what? Oh, great defending. That needed doing. And it's Tevez. Shapes to shoot! A great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And it's hoisted clear. Ramirez. Could be a chance here. It's on a hit one! Goal! Offside.
Was the light very short-lived? The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Now it's Tevez. Finds himself eased off the ball. They've managed to get it away. Banega tries to get it forward quickly. Barnes. Johnny Evans. Out to the right. If anyone is going to break the deadlock, now would be a good time.
Leicester really have been alive to interceptions and picking off any loose balls.
Barnes. Chilwell. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Now it's Mandzukic. Johnny Evans concedes a free kick for that. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Ramirez. And the shot!
And always such a great time to score. A brilliant boost before you head in for half-time, and you can guarantee that dressing room will be buzzing now. What a great finish, but...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Newcastle come in, having established that lead. Again, where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. Already up and running for the second half.
Newcastle going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Ricardo Pereira floats one over. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And here's Vardy. Vardy! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, that was high-class goal-kicking there to back up his high-class wage.
That's Ramirez. He's got options out wide. And here's Mandzukic. Quick, and Tevez! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Vardy. And it's Mandzukic. Tevez. Tevez. Defending was strong and firm. Leicester have come to the defence of their manager after he came in for some stick regarding some of his decision-making. Has a pop! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Newcastle have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now it's Mandzukic. He's made sure that that won't get through. Ndidi. Johnny Evans. Morgan. Chilwell. Ndidi. Barnes. Tries to switch the play. And it's got through. That is terrific skill. Banega chooses to go back. And it's been taken straight back. And it's Tevez. Plays it back. And Ndidi can get it clear. And here's Mandzukic. Away from immediate danger. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? Johnny Evans did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Chilwell. Morgan comes out on top in a really physical duel. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Played back in. Perez. He's left his man. Perez. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. The final 5 minutes. Madison! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Maddison goes short. Gets up to head it! He will be livid with himself. Morgan battles to win it back. Barnes. Now it's Tevez. Mandzukic. Maddison. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Who's he going to play in? Across the field it goes, and it's Perez. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Now the manager heads down the tunnel, swathed in satisfaction. Hello one and all, we are glad to have you on board for what must surely be the most unmissable game of this season. It could seal the final destination of the title. Of course there are minor conditions attached, as with all of these things. 3 points are required. Sounds very easy on paper, but it could well prove to be otherwise in reality. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. The mood is really good now, the players itching to get this going.
Yeah, Peter, definitely the team of the season, and it's their ability to navigate their way through key contests like this that affords them the confidence and nous in knowing that the substance within can be relied upon. They're far more likely to chalk another one up.
He's gone for it! Oh, he did the hard part right, but flopped the finish.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Varane. Newcastle were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Gundogan. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Mahrez, a chance to play it in. Now it's Tevez. And Djukic is a man at the top of his game, isn't he?
Yeah, he exudes confidence, and so he should. Fit, sharp and strong. He's delivering everything he's got right now, and his body language is telling us he wants a lot more.
Oh, real chance! You can get that
clear. Ramirez really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Now it's Tevez. And here's Loftus-Cheek. Tevez. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Rodri goes looking to break out here. Foot in. Ramirez has given away a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
He gets past his man, Loftus-Cheek. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
David Silva created that super goal to produce a lead in their last game. And here's Sané. Now a chance to break. Silva. Silva. Shoots! Oh, great save, real class.
Gundogan is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Rafael Varane. Chang. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries a shot! And it's Mandzukic. He spotted the run and played him through. Tevez. Mandzukic! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, as test goalkeeper, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There is the half-time whistle. So both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And we're already back underway here. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? João Cancelo. Mahrez. Gundogan. And here's Aguero. Silva. And it's been taken straight back. Manchester coming into this game on the back of a really good result, and their boss must take an awful lot of credit for that.
Yeah, he had a problem, but he was confident he had the players to fix it, and his willingness to take risks is what I liked.
It's Aguero! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Aguero really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Now it's Mandzukic. And it's Mandzukic. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Loftus-Cheek. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Manchester can make their change now with a break in play. And here's Tevez. Mandzukic cut out in the nick of time. And the break is on. Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. And that's one way to annoy his teammates. There's going to be another change here. João Cancelo. 0-0 the score, and we're just about done. A deeply frustrating game. Loftus-Cheek gets it back. Big chance! And oh! He's got away with one there. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And here's Mandzukic. Gets away from his opponent. Oh, sweet feet. Corner then. Great leap! Gets good distance on it. Chan. And it's got through. And he's there to clear it. Away from immediate danger. Hoists it forward. Aguero plays it out to the flank. He's played him through. De Bruyne! Keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Mandzukic. João Cancelo gets it away. One final crack at it now. Silva.
Manchester showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Face to face. Oh, shooting chance! And he's there to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Oh, smart save.
Newcastle merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
David Silva gets it out to the wing.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Tevez. Loose ball, who's going to get there? And it's Loftus-Cheek. He could be in here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Loftus-Cheek. And here's Tevez. Willems. Tevez. Tevez plays it backward. Chance! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair one. Well, it is that special time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies on the last day, that's all now irrelevant. It is all about the ultimate prize that lies a long way ahead. That buoyant feeling is here. New start, fresh hope. Get the season off to a flyer. The fans are believing. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. So everybody starts. Hits one! Diogo Dalot can get it clear. And here's Tevez. Newcastle are into the second season under this boss. It's often a challenging period in the cycle. He's managed to get that all wrong. And here's Mandzukic. He's had a look, and Mandzukic! Oh, another save.
Yeah, while he won't be happy with some of the defending in front of him, he can hold his head high. That was a fantastic stop.
Goes for goal! And that's caused a worry or two.
Rafael Varane certainly could have and should have made more of that.
And it's Juan Mata. And here's Lingard. Juan Mata. And here's Lingard. Bailly with a fine tackle. Tevez. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Just brushed off the ball there. A heavy challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Maguire plays it forward.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
De Gea gets it upfield. Cut out in the nick of time. Well positioned to make that interception. And it's Juan Mata. Chance to break. Mandzukic. Fred. And it's Juan Mata. Now it's Mandzukic. Tevez. Lindelof gets it back. Juan Mata. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Alexis Sanchez simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Oh, smart save. Mata tries to stroke it through. Trap can claim that. Tries to get it forward quickly. Mandzukic. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And it's Martial. Lingard. Shaw. Tries lifting it over. Mandzukic. Tevez. He's got options out wide. So who's he picking out? And if anyone is going to break the deadlock, now would be a good time. Zielinski. Turns and goes back, shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mandzukic sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Tevez chooses to go back. Lingard gets rid without sophistication. Going through. Shot at goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
Zielinski. There's the end of the first half. So now the team has broken through. They're not going to want to try. An interesting game up to now, but still goalless. How would you review the first half?
Newcastle have been playing relatively well from what I've witnessed. Good movement, and the ball retention has been quite strong, and it's led to a few chances. It's just that cutting edge that's lacking at the moment, and it's fixable.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Newcastle playing well with lots of opportunities.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Mandzukic. Mandzukic looking to penetrate opposition lines. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Zielinski. Willems. Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked.
Going for goal! He scores! First blood drawn.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So it's going to be a debut for the new loan signing. He's being warmly received. Manchester United themselves into the lead.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's working free.
Newcastle are running out of time and still a goal behind. A buccaneering run from the defender. Well read, he sorted that out. Close it out to the flank. A real chance to break. He gets past his man. And Tevez! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Shaw. And it's Sanchez. Varane gets his foot in there. Now it's Tevez. Gets away from his opponents. Tevez. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Mandzukic. Lingard. Steered forward. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. That's a good ball to find him.
Diogo Dalot.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
He spotted the run and played him through. Alexis Sanchez has a pop!
Manchester United are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Maguire, and it's played forward. Varane gets into the right position to intercept. And here's Martial.
Manchester United are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Alexis Sanchez.
Manchester United certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Diogo Dalot.
Martial. Lingard. Battles to win it back. And it's Mandzukic. Real chance! Same again, same outcome.
Newcastle really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
And that's been levered clear. And it's Bailly. Newcastle desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. Mandzukic. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Newcastle have tripped at the first hurdle here, nothing to show yet, but plenty of time to recover. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, what a disappointing way to start a new campaign.
Well, sadly for those who are exposed to the elements, I'm afraid that the clouds have opened up and it is teeming down here. There are some fans who are going to get very, very wet. Having said which, there are almost no empty seats. It is a terrific turnout under the circumstances. There's nowhere else to go, in truth, if you want to see this much-anticipated game. So, come rain or come shine, we are here and really looking forward to it. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. The action has already started. Leeds are newly promoted to the top flight. First season up, what would their target be?
Well, I think staying here. I think that will be their target, certainly the first objective, and they want to try and get to 40 points or whatever the safety line will be. Everything.
And the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Pablo simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Defending of the desperate variety. He's gone for it! And that's caused a worry or two. And that's been levered clear. Zielinski tries running with the ball at his feet. And that is as far as they're going to go. Out towards the flank. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zielinski gets it back. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Just brushed off the ball there. Roberts. Click. He's through, now is he in? Now surely! He's had a shot! And it's Mandzukic. Over to the left. Foot in. Varane gets into the right position to intercept. That's a good ball to find him. Hits one! It's in!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Forshaw. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
That intervention was very necessary. And Mandzukic! Turns and goes back, goes for goal! And he's there to hoof it away. Danger averted for now. Mandzukic. Mandzukic! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backup to indicate what was coming.
And it's played forward. Roberts. He's on his way. Zielinski. And here's Mandzukic. Pablo Hernandez. Leeds can't make any sort of inroad. We hit half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Newcastle leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. Newcastle carrying a one-goal lead. Battles to win it back. What an adventurous run from a defender. Plenty waiting in the middle. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Martinez, big chance! And Mandzukic looking as though he's being given special treatment here, treatment he could well do without.
Yeah, and getting on the score sheet has clearly made him a marked man now.
Hoists it forward. Forshaw. Newcastle just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Klich. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Zielinski. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Zielinski. And it's played forward. Klich. Tries to get it forward quickly. Done very well to intervene. Phillips can't get the better of his opposite number. Martinez. Martinez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hoists it forward. It's a long ball, but it's not hit its target. Zielinski. It's come loose. So here comes a substitution.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Javi Manquillo gets it away.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
It has got through to him.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
cut out in the nick of time.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It is just a question of running down the clock now. Loses his balance and loses the ball.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Phillips played out to the right. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Click. Phillips. And time is up. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Well, this is a special time of year in the European footballing cycle. It's where it all begins again. The lifting of the trophy, the winners' medals. That was all back in May. A mere reminder, a relic of the glory that was and what may be to come, perhaps for one of these. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. So it's back, bigger and better than ever before. I do hope everybody is ready for another ride on the emotional roller coaster.
Bring it on, Peter. I'm looking forward to a competition that always delivers entertainment, whether through its football or indeed its supporting cast of them.
Goes for goal! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Great leap! That's gone a long way up and away. Loose ball, who's going to get that? A really good feat. And it's Chan. Turns and goes back. And here's shot at goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Marco Verratti.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Hits one! And he's done it!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Newcastle go ahead, 1 goal to the good. Paris Saint-Germain are engaging here in European football's flagship competition.
Yeah, and the manager making his ambitions pretty clear, Peter, in the build-up to all of this. Although it has to be said, he did mention a few concerns too, being the current depth of the squad and quality that he want to be able to call upon.
He needs more.
He does, yeah, and he's like worried that if somebody gets injured, they've got a problem.
Across the field it goes. Cavani is onto it and can take it up. Plenty waiting in the middle. Looks to set one up. Chooses to go back. Pablo Sarabia. Keeps everyone guessing. Gets the better of his man. Oh, he's been flattened there. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Mandzukic. Bailly goes looking. Marco Verratti. Cavani. It's Cavani! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And it's been taken short. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Ball's out on the left now. Mandzukic. Now it's Mandzukic. And that has been clubbed away. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And he heaves it forward. And it's Willems. That's a good ball to find him. Clears it out of harm's way. Newcastle are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. A buccaneering run from the defender. Chan. Willems. Shoots! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
Oh, smart save. Chan. And here's Mandzukic. Has a hit! And that has been cleared. And here's Tevez. And has a pop! Has a shot! The clearance and very necessary. Chan. Goes for goal! And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it. No sport half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Reflections on the first half?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Newcastle, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Newcastle really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Marco Verratti. Neymar plays it out to the wing. Gets it back. And the counter is on. And here's Tevez. Pablo Sarabia. Gets away from his opponent. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Hits one! Oh, taken with style. And the second half is off to a flyer. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know what was notable in that?
That's a foul, free kick's been given. And it's Tevez. And the ball's come out. And it's played forward. Neymar plays it forward. Decent looking ball. Mbappe. Rose. Neymar. Lovely bit of skill there. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Mbappe spreads it towards the left. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Up to meet it! Oh, just needed a better contact.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Bailly tries to get it forward quickly. Now it's Tevez. He's had a look. Martinez! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Meunier. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's got away. Mandzukic to the shot! Back of the net! Into the lead once more. An act of charity gratefully received. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Rose. And it's Neymar. Could be a chance here.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
That's surely a foul, free kick. Rafael Varane. Willems. Mbappe. Rose. Neymar. Neymar drives it forward. Meunier has come steaming up from the back for this. It's Neymar! It's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Paris Saint-Germain are certainly a team that knows how to play their football as stylishly as you'll see. Tiki-taka at its very best, and they back it up with goals.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
They've managed to get it away.
Newcastle merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
And it's Neymar.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And that has been clubbed away. And it's Meunier. Neymar. And here's Pablo Sarabia.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Has a pop! And Djukic. Forward it goes.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
Mbappe has a hit! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof!
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion. Well, he's worked so hard.
And the referee brings it to a close. So the first game is lost, and there is ground to be made up. The margin for error significantly reduced. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, we can't dress it up. It's not a nice way of